Yesterday, Hilary Clinton was out there talking about, again, why she didn't win in 2016. And it's everybody else's fault. It's not Hillary Clinton's fault. But she stumbled on something true. She stumbled on something true. And it's pretty amazing. So here's Hillary Clinton admitting that the entire Democratic base, or at least large swaths of it, are full-scale socialists who hate capitalism.
You may be the only presidential candidate since World War II that actually had to stand up and say, I am a capitalist. And you did. Did it hurt you?
Probably. I mean, you know, it's hard. It's hard to know. But I mean, if you're in the Iowa caucuses and 41% of Democrats are socialists or self-described socialists, and I'm asked, are you a capitalist? And I say yes, but with appropriate regulation and appropriate accountability. You know, that probably gets lost in the, oh my gosh, she's a capitalist.
Okay, so this is exactly right, actually. What she is saying here, that her base cannot tolerate the fact that she is a capitalist, demonstrates how far left the Democratic Party has moved. Hillary Clinton was too right-wing for her own base, which is why they didn't show up. Okay, what we're watching inside the Democratic Party is a radical shift to the left. President Trump has taken advantage of that because President Trump is not nearly as radical on any of these issues. The Democrats, their response to President Trump has not been to moderate, to move to the center, to take back that center that they think that Trump had abandoned. You know, they've been calling Trump far right. Trump has been governing as a very conservative president. Instead of them moving to the center to try to take advantage, which is what a smart political party would do, instead the Democrats have been moving further and further to the left. This is the first time that Hillary Clinton has really recognized that she may be out of step with her own constituency. Right? And she is out of step with her own constituency. And something really bad is happening in the United States among people on the left, and that is this full-scale embrace of socialism itself. There's a poll from Rasmussen. It shows that 46% of Americans now say they favor government-guaranteed jobs for all. So according to Rasmussen reports, Senator Bernie Sanders is looking ahead to the 2020 presidential election with a proposed federal government program that guarantees all Americans a job with health insurance. Nearly half of voters like the idea. 46% of voters say that they like all of this, that they think this is a great idea. That's an amazing, amazing statistic. And again, it demonstrates that the American people are being ill-served by their thought leaders who refuse to explain to them why capitalism is good. The reason that Hillary Clinton could not be a good representative of capitalism is because she really does not believe in capitalism in any serious sense. She believes that capitalism is effective, but she doesn't believe that capitalism is moral. And so Bernie Sanders comes along, and he seizes her entire base by saying, listen, capitalism is maybe effective, but it is immoral. And Hillary Clinton is immoral, and anyone who backs capitalism is immoral. This is why it's incumbent on Americans to stand up and say no to socialism and say that socialism itself is immoral. Because socialism itself is immoral. The idea that you were born and therefore you deserve crap from the government is nonsense. The idea that you sit there and you exist, and therefore everyone who is around you ought to give you things, that is a purely selfish idea. It is immoral. It's a violation of at least 3 of the 10 Commandments. Right? The 10 Commandments include the idea that you're not supposed to worship government as God. They include the ban on theft. It is indeed theft if you and your friends vote to steal my money. And they ban, and 10 Commandments ban jealousy. You're not allowed to envy your neighbor's donkey. You're not supposed to be looking at your friend's property and eyeing it for seizure. But because people have stopped speaking in moral terms, there's an upswing on the socialist left, and that upswing ended up toppling Hillary Clinton. It was a serious problem for Hillary Clinton. Now, the radicalization of the left is a serious problem for the Democratic Party in general, not just for Hillary Clinton. I'll explain that in just a second. But first, you're going to have to go over to dailywire.com and subscribe. For $9.99 a month, you can get the rest of this show live. You can also get the Andrew Klavan show live, the Michael Knowles show live. And you can also get this, the very greatest in all beverage vessels. For $99 a year, the annual subscription, you get this, the tumbler, plus all of those aforementioned wonders. And you get to be part of the mailbag, which we'll be doing tomorrow on the show. Plus, we have a brand new Ben Shapiro show that is coming out every Sunday. It's the Ben Shapiro Show Sunday Special, in which I host weekly in-depth conversations with the world's best and brightest on politics, news, culture, everything in between. We have a slate of guests that's going to knock your socks off. It's really fantastic. And our first guest this Sunday is, of course, the world-famous Jordan Peterson. Jordan is fantastic, and I think you're really going to enjoy the interview. So subscribe right now to the Ben Shapiro Show. If you're already subscribed, then it will continue to pop up in your feed. So you don't have to subscribe to anything new. This will just pop up in your feed like any other episode, and you'll get to listen to it. It's pretty awesome. You're really going to like it. And if you're not subscribed now, you really should, so that you make sure that you get those episodes, because I think they really are fantastic. So check that out. Subscribe, leave us a review. We are the largest, fastest growing conservative podcast in the nation.